Hey, what to do, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So it's not every weekend, and I'm actually super looking forward to it because almost every weekend I have like a bunch of stuff that I got to get done for the following week, and
Never.
then wait, what?
Never. He never gets weeks like this. Just work.
Just work. That's all I do.
I'd say yes.
So I personally am pretty excited for today's video because I got to see a really cool tool that my buddy Jason has. He's been trying to like explain to me how this thing works for probably the better side of like 2 or 3 months. And every time I go over to his house, it's kind of like always a rush deal. We're dropping a truck off, we're having to take off. But this weekend he came over, he tried to put the radiator that we had repaired back into our grader. What do you think, expert? You sure it's not just coming out the hose?
Nice.
Mind you, we've had this thing repaired I think like 4, maybe 5 times. This thing's super old, super brittle. Every time it gets repaired, another crack develops somewhere else. And so we finally decided, you know what, we're just gonna can this thing. And my buddy Jason, he's gonna build us a radiator from scratch. It's gonna be super nice, super heavy duty. And so we went over to his shop and he showed us a couple things. And he showed me this template cutter torch thing that he has. It's like how they cut stuff before CNC was a thing. I could never like wrap my head around how this thing worked. He tried to explain it to me a couple times, but we got to see it in person. This tool is super rad, and I'm not sure what else is gonna be in this video. Hope you guys enjoy it. Let's go and jump on into it, and let's roll. Mike's over here right now because he came over to grab a 5th wheel hitch because, well, he's getting a 5th wheel. And you guys ready for an extremely rare sight? Probably even more rare than myself wearing shorts. This never happens. I've never seen Mike in shorts the entire time that I've known him.
I just bought these shoes yesterday.
Literally, I've never seen you in shorts. Yeah, it's all good though. I know, me neither. So anyhow, we just leveled out the tank. Can you put the bucket back on?
Where's the bucket at?
Over there. And the switch is behind you.
Okay.
Alright, so we're over at Jason's house because our radiator was a disastrous failure, and he's got one over here that he thinks he's going to modify for us. So we just came in over to check it out real quick. You guys remember this thing? It's getting closer and closer. I love this thing. Does the guy want to sell it?
This thing?
Yeah.
Actually, he just got it. Pulling it down.
Oh boy. Dang.
It worked.
I think slingshot off there.
That was pretty. Big jack, stand.
That one went a lot nicer than the other one.
Yeah, it's more happy.
Yep. All right, so we're getting closer and closer to Jason starting his own YouTube channel, but we're gonna go ahead and show you guys something that he's gonna make right now. And he's got some super cool tools on this place, but let's go ahead and show you guys what he's got. All right, so you got one that's made already? Is that the one that's over here on the table? Yeah, is that what this is? Jason, is this what you're gonna be making right now? How does it know? I can't still figure out how this thing works.
He's got his template right here.
Well, I know, but how does it, is it electric current that draws it?
There's just a magnetic wheel on top.
Okay. So I don't officially know how this works, but I'm gonna go ahead and try and well, okay. See, and this is the beauty of it. If you mess up, you just re-record. So I don't officially know how this works, but I'm gonna go ahead and try and like briefly explain it with what I've seen so far. You have this little magnetic roller wheel up here, which I guess just connects, or I don't know, what would you say? So you have this little magnetic roller wheel right here, which just kind of, I guess, rolls along and follows the outline of the template that he's made right here. And you have your cutting torch right here, which basically once this thing gets rolling, it'll just cut out the shape that you have drawn. And
I'm gonna flip her over. I'm gonna angle it so it goes.
You made these patterns?
Yeah. I start with some piece of cardboard, then trace it on this piece of metal. And then once we have it traced, cut it out as much as I can cut with the bandsaw, and then just grind the rest. Maybe die grind some of the radiuses to get them close, and then kind of check it for fit.
I, for the longest time, have wanted to see this machine work. He's told me about it probably, what, like 4 or 5 times? Yeah. And I've never seen it work until today. So I'm very excited for this.
I think I'm just gonna see what happens. We'll let it start on that side first.
I think it's not far enough that way.
No. Make sure that fits there.
I think you're just barely there. All right, here we go. We call these fork holders. Cut out number 3. Can you find me one of these? This thing's rad. Did I do that? Stepping on the hose.
Some places you gotta help around the corners. This thing has to be babysat. If you don't babysit, you just walk away and come back and be in the same spot. But we're trying to buy a plasma cutter that'll cut 1-inch steel compared to this. Plus this thing will cut faster than plasma on that bit. Might not be cleaner, but I mean just get the tip clean and
Well, CNC plasma cutter is like $100,000. All right, gonna make some steam. All right, moment of truth.
it's close.
Yeah.
It's close enough.
What are these for?
These are forklift on the front of the bucket.
Yeah, I have it on the backhoes, the 410 and the 210.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
You
front
just weld them on
front
there and
bucket
then.
fork. The forks aren't that long, that's why they're kind of in front of it.
Yeah, these don't need to be like super perfect.
Nah. I'm just gonna put 3 across it. I don't think that thing comes in very much.
So it's gonna be kind of hard to see because it's like tucked back here in the corner and it's dark and it's black, but this is gonna be the replacement radiator. The width on this thing is perfect, but it's too tall. So basically he's going to cut it about right here, more or less, re-weld everything and then put all the fittings on here that we need. But this is going to be the new radiator for the grader. So it's always a good time whenever we come over to Jason's. We just came out to check out that radiator and look at a couple things, look at some of his projects, and he was nice enough to go ahead and show us his torch cutter, the template tracer. I don't remember what it was called, but he's always got so much cool stuff going on. This is not his. He's just basically fixing it up for a buddy of his. It's got a rad lift. He's got a bunch of stuff in here. So one day he'll break down and he'll actually start a YouTube channel. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the screws this video. You guys can see that it is dark outside. We just pulled back in the Peterbilt just like a couple seconds ago, and it was a much longer day than we anticipated. Had my sidekick with me today. He always makes for a little bit more of a enjoyable day. But thank you guys for watching. Give me a huge solid like, subscribe, share this with your amigos. Hit that notification button down below so you guys can continue to see whatever else we got going on. And I'll see you guys next time. Later.